सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। Hari Om. So Bhagavan says, because of this constant thought over what I want or what I don't want, there are bound to be some impressions that come about in my personality. So what is said as raga and dvesha. Raga is that which I want to have in my life. Dvesha is what I don't want to have. So both of these will be there. So when we say both of these will be there, what will happen? They will come about as impressions which will reflect later on as tendencies to, approach certain situations in my life. Whenever certain situation comes, I will say that this I will go towards, this I will go away from. So this becomes what colors our personality or what colors our behavior. And that is how, certain things like, in terms of food we might say that, oh, if it is too spicy, I'll stay away from it. Or if it is, something which is, if the place that you are going to is very cold, then sorry, I am not coming to that place. I don't like places where, it is too cold, right? So these tendencies, are this we are talking in terms of an outside environment, but more these tendencies, if we reflect and observe in ourselves, where are they playing up? They are playing up in our opinions, in our insistence on certain way of functioning when it comes to not just ourselves, not just with ourselves, but when we are with a group of people, right? When we are working with a group of people, we will see that, we have a certain way of approaching situations, where we will say that, our responses are more dictated by our prior ways of thinking. So how does it play up? It plays up in terms of the insistence that we have. Insistence case, no, we have to do things in this way only. If we are not doing it in this way, then you do it your way, I am going. So when such situations come up, then we have to take a re-look at ourselves. Am I insisting for something which need not be insisted upon? Am I, being a sadhak or am I being a badhak? This is something which we have to keep looking for within our personality, not for looking in someone else's personality and saying, there you are being a badhak. No, this is for self-observation. And mainly, have these kind of pointers in place for ourselves. So how do I go about acting in the world in a smarter manner? The way to act smarter is when we are able to observe ourselves. In a day, how many times do I go on the path of insistence, or how many times a day am I able to listen to people and reflect on the ideas which are given? Do I take time to sit by myself and do planning, or not just do planning, but how many times at the end of day do I realize that I have been able to achieve all that I have put in place for me in my to-do list? Because what comes about now more and more also is, there is this sense of procrastination which comes. Oh, not today, we'll do it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, another day. Right? So sometimes things don't get done only, and we don't realize how time just flies by. So there are these fine adjustments which we have to do in our personality. When will these fine adjustments come about? These fine adjustments will come about when I keep a destination in mind for myself. When my goal itself is not clear, what will happen? I will say someday, not today, someday. So I will keep pushing back that happiness for myself only. That happiness which is very much in reach for us. We learn, any satsang that we take, we say that, okay, what is the aim of this Vedanta? What is the aim of, Ramcharitmanas? Or even when we are saying Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, or chanting any Bhagwan's name, what are we trying to do? We are trying to revel in that self which is my own true nature. And yet, every day when we wake up, what are we doing? We are pushing that happiness further and further away and settling for smaller and smaller joys. So, what should we do then? So, instead of getting stuck over and over in the parasthiti, that is my circumstances, if I am able to observe myself daily, and if I am able to make those finer adjustments in my personality, not pushing myself too much also, not being harsh on myself, but where I notice that here I can bring about a certain change, yes, then I should definitely go about making that change. And then how will this help me? This will help me by, as Gurudev says, by sublimating these tendencies. These vasanas I am not going to be able to immediately brush aside. So what should I do? I should be able to dilute it. I should be able to sublimate it. And in this, what is going to help me? When I am able to adhere to my dharma. Going back to what we were discussing about dharma, what is it? There are certain vishesha dharmas. There are certain duties which I have to do for myself.